Okay, all right. So I know that usually at this for this video, I'm gonna try to show you something from a different source, so that you don't have to listen to me all the time. Okay. So, but for today's lesson, all right, not a great example to set for the first lesson, but I want to talk to you about two-step equations because I was never going to spend more than like 20 minutes going over this in class. So let's do that. Let's keep it at 10 minutes, and then when you're done watching, let's come back and we'll practice for a little bit. So that's what we'll do. Yeah. Okay. And or maybe I can move to the next topic actually. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. So, yep, like I said earlier, let's make this happen. So, the other half of the lesson that I wanted to show you, okay, so yesterday evening you watched a video on the definitions. Hopefully you took some notes, and that's all I'm gonna talk about there, okay, with regards to the to that topic. So let's fast forward to what I was going to do with you in class here, which is solving two-step equations. Now, it's a quick review. You really should have learned this last year, okay? Probably before even lockdown. So let's review these very quickly just to, think of it as like a warm-up exercise to get you ready when we do the really, really tough questions, okay? All right, so let's get going. So I'm gonna show you 5 or 7 questions today, so let's just do these and knock them out, and then we can move on. All right, so here we go. All right, so first one, right? Solve for x. Like every equation you're going to do for now until January, February, always think of this, all right? Imagine equations is just a game that you have to solve where you have to find out, all right? And this is how you know when the game is over, right? So imagine you're playing Monopoly. How do you know if the game of Monopoly is over, right? So same thing. This is the end. So this is how you know that the game is over, okay? When you have one letter equaling to a number. That's when you know the game is over. Right now, one letter, that means a positive letter, not like negative x, not the square root of x, like none of that. Okay, so for example, like this is not it. This is not it. Okay. This is not it. Only this is an ever an acceptable answer. Okay, so with that said, there's the bell. Let's try to solve this equation. Now, the first thing you would have to do then, right, you have to imagine, right, if you got negative 3 times x minus 5 equals 4, what's the number that's furthest? Remember, when you solve equations, you always got to do the thing that's the opposite. So who are you trying to get to? The x, right? Who's the furthest away? The minus 5. So what's the opposite of minus 5? Remember, right? You always got to do the opposite. What's the opposite of minus 5? Plus 5. What you do on the left side of the equal sign, you have to do to the right side of the equal sign. By the way, I don't like drawing a line here, just so you know that. Like, there's enough going on already. I don't need to draw another line. However, this line I have to draw. Okay, so what happens to this? Negative 5 plus 5, that's 0. So the way we say it is canceling out, right? They cancel out, so I bring down not 3x, the negative 3x. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? So we divide, right? Because this is multiply, right? Negative 3 times x, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So what do we divide by? The coefficient. You see why we had to learn those definitions, right? So negative 3 divided by negative 3, what would that be? Right, 1, right? Anything over itself is 1. By the way, we have another term for that. This is also canceling out. So when you are solving equations with this, you're canceling out, but you're canceling out because they add up to 0, right? Here, they cancel out, but they only cancel out because they divide it as 1, right? It's 1 here. So that's why, okay? So I'm left with x, so that's good. What's 9 divided by negative 3? Negative 3. Okay, all right, now, how am I doing on time? Yeah. Okay, all right, so same here. I'm just gonna, if you want to, you can just solve it while I'm doing this. Okay, that's up to you. I'm not gonna say too much. Cancels out, all right. -9, bring down -9x equal -55 minus a is -64, right? No, 63, of course. Okay, all right. Divide both sides by -9. X is, right, cancels out. Negative divided by negative is a positive. 63 divided by 9 is, right, 7. All right, now this one, I picked this question for on purpose, right? Again, add 9 to both sides. Cancels out. I bring down the -4/7k. 1 plus 9 is 10. Now, here's the thing, right? How do you get rid of this -4/7? Right, it's being multiplied. Now, let me take this to the side. I'll use a different marker. Think about this, right? If you want to get rid of this, you see how this is being multiplied here? What's the opposite of multiplication? Right, division, right? What's the rule when you divide with fractions? Remember that? 6th grade stuff now. What's the rule? It's 3 words. When you divide with fractions. Yeah, keep, change, flip, right? So watch this. Keep, change, right? Change this to multiplication, flip. Oh, look. Cancel, 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 cancel. Negative times negative is a positive, so we got +1. So perfect. Let's do that. So I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, right? Remember that word? Reciprocal, so -7/4. Same thing here. Let's go back to the green. Look, watch this. Cancel, 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 cancel. Okay, the 2 negatives become a positive. That was my favorite part of the day. All right, so k. All right, so now here I can do this. I can do 10 times -7, -70/4. But let's at least simplify it. So that's 35/2, or negative, let's see, how many times? 2 times 13 is, no, 2 times 20, no. Oh, I got it, 17, right? Yeah, 17.5, right. So there we go. Okay? Okay, all right. Let's try a couple more. Now this one, again, I did it on purpose. You can do this. You can rewrite this where this goes in the front, okay? So if you had me before, I would typically make you rewrite this. How are we doing on time? Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, all right. So typically I would rewrite this so that the letter's in the front, okay? That's just old Manning tradition, okay? Because old Manning likes doing the same thing, you know, the same way all the time. Now, here you gotta be careful. You see how the bar reaches all the way across 14? That's like me saying that you need to put a parentheses around here. Okay, so in other words, if I were to rewrite this completely flat, this whole equation, it looks something like this. Now, if you were to look at it like this, what would you have to do first? Yeah, you wouldn't add 12, right? Because it's protected inside the parentheses. You would have multiplied it by 14. See that? So same thing here. So watch this. Like that, cancels out. D minus 2 equals to 16 times 14. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the calculator, you know, because for the interest of time and the magic of television. 224. Oh, that's a 12. 224, right? Add 12. Now, if you guys are struggling with this or have any other questions, you have to find me and write me an email so that I could help you guys, okay? And work with some of you, because you should know how to do this already, okay? And then that way I can give you some extra practice questions too. Now, I'm running out of space, and I don't know how to extend the page. What should I do? Hold on. All right, okay, doesn't matter. All right, so let's try this one then. Same idea. Let me switch to a different color so there's no confusion, right? Same thing. Multiply this by -2. Cancels out, right? So I got 4b plus 8 equals to negative 20. All right, we keep solving. Okay, I gotta take this somewhere else. I think I accidentally erased something. Let me just move this here. All right, now I'm solving this. So what is that? Subtract 8. Cancels out, bring down the 4b. Let's see, negative 28. Divide both sides by 4. B equals to negative what? 7. Right? Okay. All right. Now let me show you a couple more questions and then that'll be it. I'm pretty sure I got more questions than this. So what happened? Oh, there we go. Huh. Okay. All right. So let's try this one. All right. How are we doing on time? Yeah, it's okay. All right. We can do this. All right. So let's see. Let me use a different color. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let's solve this. So I could subtract. Let me rewrite this. 2.02x, right? Plus 0.07. So you actually you're gonna see this in the regions actually. That's why I picked these last two questions, and that's why this whole thing I had to set up is so that we can do these two questions. Okay, it was on the regions. Okay, I was looking through the old booklets the other day. So subtract 0.7. So pay extra attention here. Okay, the computer is kind of slow all of a sudden. Oh man. All right, let me write a little slower and be a little more patient. Okay, 0.02x equals to, what is that? So 0.1, right? 0.02 divided by 0.02. You can use your calculator here, right? Remember, you can use calculators for the entire test. Let's see, 0.1. 0.1 divided by 0.02, not 0.2, 0.02. Yeah, so that's 5. Okay. All right, last question, and we're done. Okay, let's try this. All right, again, subtract 0.6. That's 0.04w equals to 1.8. So divided by 0.04. Oh, there's a choice here. Oh, let me choose that. Okay, all right. Let's see, 1.8. Is that right? 1.8 divided by 0.04. 45. Okay. All right. That's it. Done. All right. Okay. So when you're done, all right, come back to class and let's see if I want to go to combining like terms or I want to have more practice with you guys. I'll see what you guys need. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching.
OMG, that was so good.